Hello, Windows Phone users. I'm Patrick Janaszewski from, pardon me, from Win8appdev.com. First of all, I want to thank you for downloading the Financial Diary, and if you haven't downloaded it already, make sure you do download it from the Windows 8 phone store while it's still free. And I promise you, you don't want to miss out on this wonderful app. It took our dev team months to develop this application and to ensure that every feature is custom tailored to fit our users' needs. Of course, this is the first release, and we are counting on you, our users, to give us the feedback that we need to improve it. As we get into this tutorial, keep in mind that I am using the Windows Phone emulator to record this tutorial. So unfortunately, I won't be able to show you just how powerful this application really is. And I can promise you this, you will not find another personal finance application like this on Windows Phone or any other platform for that matter. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the tutorial. So there's the financial diary icon that I just clicked on. And what you're seeing here is the login screen. This is also where you create a new account or retrieve a password if you forgot it. Actually, you won't be retrieving a password. You will actually be entering your secret question that we're about to set, and then the application will allow you to reset the password. That's correct. So we're going to create a new account. Username, short and simple. Password, short and simple. Retype it. Okay, so here's your selection of the secret questions. So you pick one of them and answer it. I'm going to pick the top one. What was the name of your childhood best friend? I'm just going to make a name up. Create account. Congratulations, your user created successfully. So we hit OK. Now, if you want the application to remember you, select Remember Me. Otherwise, you'll have to log in every time you want to access the application. So, put your username in, password, and we should be good to go. Awesome. Okay. One thing I forgot to mention, so let's go back one step. Right here, this button here allows you to restore data. For example, if you're installing the Financial Diary app on a new phone or a different phone, and you're using the same account and do not have you want your data on there, then you would restore. But this only works if you have backed your data up to SkyDrive, because you're essentially pulling the data back down from SkyDrive. So we're going to log in again, and I know we checked Remember Me, but the reason that it erased our username and password is because I backed out of it. Okay, so now we proceed, and this is where we set up all of our accounts. So we've got cash, bank accounts, debit, credit, prepaid cards, PayPal account, Moneybookers account, and other. So you can set up as many instances of these as you want. So let's call this Pat, oops, Pat Cash 1, balance $500. Add account, confirm it, bank account. Okay, we're gonna do abbreviations today. BOA for Bank of America, and let's say $25,000. Add account. Okay, cool. So now we back out of it, and okay. So this screen right here shows you your balance in each account. You can also get to it from every screen ahead, and I'll show you where to access that. It'll be in your settings, and it'll always reflect your current balance. Okay. Oh, and one more note on the previous screen, if you were to click on one of those two accounts, you could edit it right there. And you can also do that from, let's see. Okay, so remember how I told you could get back to that screen, set up accounts? So this is where you'd go if you'd want to add more accounts, and this is what happens if you want to edit. So we're not going to add any more. Right here you can change user data. It'll ask you for your password, for your current password, and then you can change your username and change your password if you'd like. Set up accounts we just went through. My categories, this is where you create custom categories for expense and income, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, live tile settings. If you want to enable the live tile, you can do so here, and you've got your choice between three different options. You can have your tile display daily expense and income, monthly expense and income, or weekly notifications. So we'll save the changes, click OK. Now we will back out. Okay, so let me quickly run over these items right here. So settings is where we just were. Backup is where you would back your stuff up to SkyDrive. My reports, you don't have any at this time, and unfortunately I won't be able to show you this on an emulator. But what would happen is if you generated some reports, which are PDF reports of all your data, which we'll get to here in a second, they would all appear here as a PDF file that you can click on and open, or share, or do whatever you want to with. Then right here is notifications, and you don't have any current appointments. So this button that we just clicked on relates to these notifications, and basically what this is if you want to set a reminder to pay a bill, like let's say credit card bill, and it's due on, let's say, October 25th, but you can change the date to whatever you want, and we want it to occur either only once every week or on a monthly basis. So if you want a reminder every month, you would choose every month. You can enable the alarm, and you can set the alarm time right here. So we'll save that. And as you can see, this now CC bill is what I typed in the comment section there, or in the notes section, and that's what shows up here. So basically that's it in a nutshell. You can change the month here if you want. And let's see what else we've got. The log, this is where all your income and expenses will actually show up once you start recording transactions. You can also change the month right here. Statistics, your top categories, transaction history, expense, and income categories will appear right here. And these are all like basically charts, graphs. We can't look at them right now because we haven't recorded any transactions. And this is where the reports are, so I'll just run through them with you real quick. Well, you have to record at least 10 transactions to view them, so I'll show you that in a second. We won't actually be able to look at the reports, which is sad, but I'll just show you what the reports consist of. So I'm going to start creating, and since we have to create quite a few of them, I'm just going to put random info in here. Choose your account, Bank of America. The date by default is always set to the current date, but you can change it to whatever you want, of course. These three icons here with the plus sign, this is where you would scan a receipt, and unfortunately we are using the emulator, so we can't do that. You can also place images here, and you can retake or accept, so we'll accept. And here is where they would appear. You can zoom in on them, and the quality is just crisp and clear on these images. I mean, it's amazing. So we'll save this, and right now I'm going to pause the video and basically add enough transactions for us to go ahead and access the reports and the charts. Okay, so I'm starting recording back up. I'm going to enter one more transaction, and this is income. Let's say $1,000, bank account, save record. Okay, now we should be good and should be able to access the charts and graphs and everything. But first, okay, so remember this log? This is this page was blank a second ago, and I told you once you start entering your transactions in here, they'll show up. Green triangle is for income, and it's for the amount that was added. Red triangle, can you guess what that means? Okay, so you can also click on these, and the note, I just kind of put a bunch of gibberish for the note, but you see RX, you see the date, the time, the account it came out of, which is my cash account, and the amount. So now you can also edit this by if you hold it for about 2 seconds, just put your finger on the icon for about 2 seconds, you can either edit or delete. If you edit, it brings you to this screen again, and you can make any changes you want to, and then it'll ask you to confirm that you are satisfied with the changes, so we say yes. So okay, now to the graphs and charts. So here we go. These are your top 10 expense categories on top, and top 10 income categories on bottom. You can click on it. You'll get this yearly employment history for the year 2003, and that's because I clicked on employment, right here. But whichever one you click on, that's the chart you'll get. And another cool feature is that you can zoom in on these, and I'm not gonna do much with this now since it's on an emulator, but on a phone it's really awesome. So now let's back out of this so I can show you the rest. So I want to keep this tutorial short and sweet. Okay, so this is income and expense history for the year 2013. And basically we don't have any data to plot here because I've only been entering income and expenses for the year 2013, but you get the idea, I guess. Expense income categories. So here you get this, and now for the reports. And again, I'm using an emulator to record this video, so unfortunately you will not see the reports, but they are PDFs. They are so freaking sweet. You can edit your data, you can highlight, you can underline, you can cross through, or it's called strike through, I'm sorry, strike through text. Did I already say underline? You can also leave comments. I mean, a lot of cool stuff. And you can share. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Anyhow, so let's see what's on these reports. So the summarized report is basically going to be a summarized report where you're going to have to name them first of all. If you don't name it, it will give you an error message telling you to name it. Generate report for this year, generate report for this month, and generate custom report. Now, since we're in the emulator, most likely it'll crash if I try to open the report in this, because usually what happens is you enter your information like report 1. Then you, oh, by the way, so here you can choose the custom date. You click on generate report, and just like I said, it crashes. Okay. So hopefully, all are, okay. Anyhow, so one quick thing before I go back and we take a look at the rest of the report. This button right here, this is where all your reports would show up, and I told you about this earlier, but I'm going to remind you. The PDF format will actually, or the PDF little icon will appear right here with your report name. When you click on it, you actually open it in PDF. So be sure to download the Adobe, I guess it's called Adobe PDF app for your phone. And this app will actually prompt you to do that if you don't already have it installed. Anyhow, so oops. Detailed report. You basically same deal here. You name it. You can either choose to do income and expenses, or just one or the other. And then generate a report for this year, month, and generate a custom report just like we had in the last report. I'm not going to click generate report again because I don't want it to crash again. Okay, accounts tracking report. This one is the most powerful. It's fabulous, and it pretty much shows you everything. So you choose whatever accounts you want it to report on. So if I had, for instance, 10 accounts here, it would report on all of them. However, I only have 2. You can do withdrawals, deposits, daily or monthly, and then you know the drill from here. Generate report for this year, month, or custom. So that's basically it. I think I've showed you just about everything. I wish that I could show you what these reports look like. They're sweet. Oh, there is one thing that oops, I backed out of the app. There is one thing that I forgot to mention, which will be in the log. And if I can remember which... No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, yeah. So, if you had a receipt, this is where it would show up. You'd click on it, and it enlarges. Or basically you get to zoom in on it, and again it is crisp and clear and just totally awesome. I mean, how perfect it comes out. So I just wanted you guys to see that, and basically that's the whole app. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it helps you to figure out how to use this app, and I really hope that you will enjoy this app. And for those of you who haven't downloaded it yet, please go download it, because probably by tomorrow or the next day the app will have a price on it. So don't miss out. You will regret it. This app is awesome. I use it myself. And if you ever want to see this tutorial video or find it easily, or watch other tutorial videos for any of our apps, you can find them at win8appdev.com. That's WINAPPDEV.com. Now, the site is less than a week old. It's still under construction, so don't judge too harshly. But I'm getting it there, and the important stuff is there. It's also got lots of resources for developers, like developer tutorial videos for developers. Got some other pretty cool stuff there, so check it out. And don't forget to like us on all your social media sites. The links are on our website. And please give us a good rating on this application, because the team worked very hard on it. And by giving us a good rating, you're motivating us to work even harder. We are currently working on new updates and new features. So we're also taking suggestions. We want your suggestions. If you have suggestions, guess what? Send suggestions. This will automatically open up an email form for you. All you have to do is type up your suggestions and send them to us. Also, log out button right here if you want to log out of the app. Don't get it confused with the log out button to SkyDrive. You will only see the SkyDrive logout button if you back up data, because essentially what will happen is the app will redirect you to SkyDrive, make you log in, and then you will get to click on a button that says backup. And the same goes for bringing your data down. So I know I told you earlier that was it, but this time I think this really is it. So thank you for watching my tutorial, and